you are listening to The Horror Debate. I am Jeff Rowdy J. Kieran, alongside me, as always, Michael Mandy.
And this week we're going to be reviewing, or debating rather, Creepshow 3, directed by Anna Clavel and James Glenn Doodleson.
Wait, stop right there.
The team that
No,
brought
don't go
us...
any further. Bomb it. Because you know what these two did, right?
That's what I was about to say. The team that brought us that marvelous classic, Day of the Dead 2 Contagion.
Oh my God, man. I remember that movie. It was like watching paint dry.
And you know what? That movie was painful to watch, and you know what? That movie was much better than this movie. Just when you think it can't get any worse.
Don't let the smooth taste fool you, folks. It's a Creepshow movie, but it's not quite up to the standard we thought it was going to be up to,
Well, you know,
right?
when you hear the name Creepshow, you think George Romero directed the first one, and Stephen King wrote it, and then Stephen King's stories were used for Creepshow 2. But this has absolutely nothing to do with George Romero and nothing to do with Stephen King.
I'm sorry. I'm such a Romero mark. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, come on.
Just playing.
Would you rather watch a Romero film or this film?
You know, Mike, I didn't hate it as much as you did.
I despise this movie.
I didn't hate it as much as you did. You know what this was to me? This was getting you back for all those crappy movies that you make me watch.
Dude, I want to smack you so bad for making me watch this.
This was my revenge. I watched this with a gleeful smile on my face, knowing that I was going to call you up and say, Mikey, I finally found a movie that has so much bigger of a stupid stick that you're going to hate it.
Oh,
right?
God,
I mean, I knew it. I knew
there was no fun in this movie at all. At least in Reanimator, they were having fun with it. I mean,
you know what?
Or Shaun of the Dead, they were having fun with it and showing that they knew the genre that they were parodying or taking up on. But this,
what did you hate about this so much?
It was just painful. Number one, it was boring.
Okay.
Number two, the stories were stupid.
Which part was boring? All of it?
Okay. The most boring part of it all was the radio talking to the guy. And this guy, oh, okay, I'll help you. You've got to invest in stocks and bonds and diversify.
Well,
okay.
Let's explain to the listeners what the Creepshow thing is, because some people may not be, especially our younger listeners, may not be up on it as to what Creepshow is.
It's an anthology of like 4 short stories that are related with a central theme. For example, in the first movie, it was a little kid reading his comic books, and so these were stories in the comic book. So then the second movie, it was a strange old man delivering the comic books to a kid, and the kid's life around him as he was reading the comic book. This has absolutely nothing to do with the story that frames it. It's just a stupid computer-generated story.
No. There is a story here, Mike.
Yeah, but it doesn't connect with the...
It connects... The central story here is the neighborhood.
Yeah.
All these happenings are going around the same neighborhood.
Right,
now,
and the people that you see in one scene when they're, hey, are you going to stick around? Yeah, we're going to stick around. And then it follows the girl as she goes into the house and weird things happen to her. The next story is the guys saying, oh, yeah, we'll stick around. And then it follows them where they go.
But, okay, here's the difference. I think this may be some of what kind of tripped you up on number 3, Mike, is that, you know, it wasn't real obvious to me when I started watching it originally what the central theme was going to be.
The central theme was someone did this to make cash.
Well, no. I'm talking about the story. Now, don't try my one-liners. You're never going to get the timing right. Now, look, check it out, man. When we first put on the movie, we were tripping. I was tripping especially because I'm going, what does this have to do with anything? I'm not understanding.
First I'm going, look at that horrible computer animation.
I'm not understanding what the central theme is going to be because it wasn't force-fed to us. It wasn't given to us. Remember when the original Creepshow came out and you kind of had an idea going into it because of the intro as to what the central kind of story was going to be revolving around.
Yeah, and the music and the overblown thing, and then the primary colors saturating everything. When someone laughs, you see the lines over their face, so it was like you were watching a real comic book in action.
Right. And I agree with you. I mean, that was very cool. But, you know, you have to realize we were 6 or 8 or whatever we were. So we were drawn into this sort of thing a little bit more then than we would be now. If we watched Creepshow 1, be honest with me.
I just watched Creepshow 1 with my kids.
Hold on.
3 months ago.
Time out. You're getting excited now. Calm down. Don't break a sweat over this now. Now, check it out. If you were to watch for the first time Creepshow at 6 years old or 8 years old or whatever we were at that time, you're going to love it because it's like over the top at that particular time, right?
It was horror light.
It was horror-like, but it was over-the-top goofiness and
Yeah.
kind of scary at the same time, and
But at
it
least it
drew
had-
you in.
At least it had good actors
It had
in
Leslie
it.
Nielsen, right?
It had Hal Holbrook, Adrian Barbeau, and even Ted Danson.
Well, we don't have to go there.
I mean, it had actors
Yeah.
who could act. This movie had stupid people who'd never done anything before in their lives.
Okay, well, okay. Now,
And they showed.
all right, now I'll agree with you on a couple of points. Number one,
The acting was
I
horrible.
didn't get the central theme until like near the end of the second story. Okay, I wasn't figuring out what they were trying to do here. It wasn't real obvious. Okay, and I couldn't figure out exactly how we got this chick who's walking home with a bad attitude, where she came from, what the deal is. She walks in the house, the family's talking, then they turn Mexican, then they turn African-American.
And then her hand gets weird for no reason.
And I was like, what'd she do? Stick it in the dryer? I mean, I didn't get what was
That's
going
just
on.
It. The whole first story, you're going, wait a sec, what's going? And then her old leg gets gorked out, and you know what? She didn't care.
But she
She's all oozing all over the stairs, and it's just like, oh, another day at the office.
But
dear.
did these directors in their previous effort, did they really, I mean, like lead up to anything? It was the same thing. It was like there was no story. It
Right.
was just kind of there, floating out there.
A day in the life of a weird city.
It was a bizarre way of directing a film. Now, maybe they expected the veterans of the Creepshow series who enjoyed 1 and 2, maybe they expected them to figure out, oh, there's going to be some sort of a central idea here or something that this story revolves around. But for me, because it's been so long since I watched Creepshow 1 and Creepshow 2, I wasn't in that mindset.
If they
okay,
whatever the name of the city was, what was it, Creepyville or something
who
stupid
knows?
like that?
What does it matter?
If they would have called this movie Creepyville, it still would have sucked.
Well, I understand
On
that.
every level.
I
This
understand
movie
that.
sucked on every level, and you can print that.
What about sucked and blowed?
Oh, it was beyond
Oh,
sucking.
okay,
At least
okay.
when something sucks and blows, at least you have a momentary thrill. At least it
Well,
was good for something.
Okay. I didn't hate it as much as you did, but I did take satisfaction in the fact that I knew you were going to throw up all over it. I kind of knew that.
You know what? My DVD player now will not work anymore. It says, I don't trust you.
Well, you know what, Mike? Okay. You know what
my
story
DVD
I
player
dug?
spit this movie
You know what
out.
story?
I didn't have to eject
You know what
it.
story I dug? I got to say this. Okay, let me get this in. The doctor story at the end. I laughed so
Jesus.
freaking hard over that guy. He did a tremendous job of being a jerk. Flat out, unadulterated jerk. That guy. I was rolling.
The doctor with the weird nurse or the hot dog?
No, the hot dog story. I cracked up, dude. He was sitting there telling this girl who was fatally, about to die from cancer, if there's any movies you want to see, you might not want to wait. That sounds just like me, dude. I don't know, man. I got a kick out of certain things in this film. I agree with you that the second story, I don't know what they were trying to do there with that radio talking and all this. I didn't get that.
There was no logic behind it.
Yeah, that one I could easily do without. Although the blonde chick who showed up in the nice car, with the guy who called her.
Oh yeah, get this. After she, there's a secret in the house or whatever. So she gets it after the shower. But then when they show you the aftermath, she's all dressed again. It's like, oh, people dress corpses now in this town.
No. Wait a minute.
She was
what are you
fully
talking about? She got out of the shower?
Yeah, she was wearing a robe. Remember?
Right. Exactly.
And then after she gets what's coming to her,
okay,
she's wearing her little leather dominatrix
right,
outfit again. I'm sitting there
right.
going, whoa, he dressed her.
Hey, man.
Maybe he watched Captivity.
Hey, dude was straight out of what was the movie that we saw in the 8 Films to Die For with the wide faces, the wide
yeah.
What was that one?
Not Grave Dancers. Was it Grave Dancers?
Grave Dancers.
Grave Dancers.
Yeah. As soon as I saw dude, I was like, and I kind of knew that's what was going to happen. I mean, they kind of led up to it. I was like, oh, yeah, he's going to be all tricked out underneath that pillow. But you know what?
The overacting was horrible in this. The acting was horrible.
But it was
everything.
Okay,
was stupid.
but Mike, you're looking for a diamond in the toilet. Okay, here's the deal. Okay,
I wasn't looking for a diamond.
This movie was supposed to be stupid. It was supposed to be. I mean,
okay, in the hands of more talented filmmakers, it might have worked.
But
this
scene
movie
where the
proves-
old doctor and his wife, okay, or his soon-to-be wife. That was so over-the-top funny, dude, that I thought
it was stupid.
I thought of you immediately, and I said, oh my God, he's either gonna barf all over this or he's gonna be laughing hysterically in front of the sofa because it was so over the top and stupid.
It was stupid.
I mean, it was bad,
It was
right?
beyond
But I laughed. I laughed because it was just like so
No,
far
you
gone.
laughed because you knew, oh, Mike's going to have a field day with this one. Because, boy, I told him this movie was good. He's got to watch it. He's going to cry. He's going to do it.
I never said it was good. I said it was different than what you might expect.
Yeah,
and
it was worse than I expected.
And worth watching.
No,
That's
it was
what I
not.
said.
No.
So, well, okay, let me just say this. If you do watch this film on a surround sound system, it is actually
you get crap
pretty
coming
cool.
at you from every direction.
Yeah, that's right. It actually does sound pretty good. I
know
have
what?
to give them that.
A toilet bowl is round. Stick your head in that and flush it. That's better surround sound right there.
Mike, you watched it in 2-channel, man. What are you talking about? You have no reference to what I'm talking about. Come on now. All right, but the bottom line is this movie, if you're into something that's going to just like either repulse you out the door or make you laugh hysterically until you throw up, this is the movie to watch.
You know what I would love? The people who bought the rights to this movie, they should have George Romero and Stephen King do a commentary track on this. That would be worth the price, just to hear them go, oh my God, look at what they crapped on my movie.
Oh, Mike, I don't know, man.
This movie is... I would rather watch the Santa sleigh 3 times than watch this again. Any movie we bombed, I would watch twice.
So you're going to sit through Christmas Evil
Yes.
4 times in a row.
Well, maybe 3.
Okay.
Then watch this once.
Then watch this once. I don't know, man. I'm not with you on that. Christmas Evil, you talk about something that'll put you to sleep.
This
no,
one did.
no.
The stupid radio lady was telling you, ooh, you've got to diversify your investments.
Yeah.
You got to.
I started writing stuff down. She was giving me advice, man. I started taking notes.
No,
you know what? This is a throwaway movie, obviously. And
yes, I threw it away.
And these directors, obviously, I mean, we're huge fans, and we just want to say that we'd like to see more work come out of these two because
God,
they impress us every time we put in a movie of theirs. I mean, what am I saying? What am I, drugged? No, the 2 movies we've seen from these two are unbearable.
Yeah. I would rather watch Day of the Dead Contagium one more time than have to sit through this again.
And see the set breakage at the top of the ceiling?
Oh,
come on, Mike. So obviously you're bombing.
Oh, God, yes.
Obviously you're going to double bomb it. Okay. You know what? I'm going to give it a star.
At first, I was going to give it 1 star just because I thought it was kind of clever how one scene, and like I said, the guy's standing outside and the girl going, hey, boy's going to be around, and then they follow the camera, follows her and her story, and then they come back to the guys and follows them and their story,
right.
And the guy brings a cake home, and oh, gee, that's the cake the girl ate in the first story.
Yes.
You know how they all intertwine?
Yes.
I was going to give it a point for that, but this movie just sucks so hard, I can't give it anything.
Okay, so I'm going to give it a star for the simple fact, almost of just what you said there. The tie-ins were clever. There were a couple of stories that made me laugh. The 2 that made me laugh were the doctor at the end with the hot dog, because that dude was just straight up cold. And I cracked up. He had no emotion whatsoever telling anybody, "Oh, you're dying." Or what about the lady with the cataracts or whatever she had, right? With the bad eyes coming to the office. He was classic, man. It's like all the things you think in your head sometimes but are too afraid to say or afraid you might get arrested. This dude was saying everything, right? I had a ball with that. And I also enjoyed the old doctor and his wife-to-be and the 2 students that came over to his house. I'm not going to give it away, but if you just watch those 2, that's all the entertainment you're going to get out of this flick. If you just watch those 2 stories. But I laughed. I mean, maybe I was in a goofy mood. I don't know what the deal was, but usually I hate my stupid horror. And you know this, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
You know this. I hate my stupid stick horror. But this one, for some reason or another, made me laugh. And maybe it was because it was so bad.
Whatever you had, Jeff, bring me some over next time.
Maybe because it was so bad, I was like laughing because I'm like, I can't believe I'm watching this.
I can't believe someone developed this movie and filmed it.
So, but I think it's worth a star. I think barely probably worth a star. We apologize to the listeners.
I'm speechless.
We laugh a lot during these reviews, but all these reviews are done completely one take, off the cuff, just nailed. If we blow it, we blow it. And with a movie that blows this bad, it's hard to squeak out anything on the positive side.
I'm exhausted from all the hatred that I just spewed over.
It's not a debate any longer. It's more of a bashing session, but deservedly so, right?
This movie deserves to be bashed.
All right, Mikey.
All right, I'm Michael Mandy. He's Rowdy Jeff. We'll talk to you next week at the Horror Debate.